And my name's Hal Spencer and I'm the Medical Director at Chesterfield Royal Hospital, and I wanted to welcome you all to our very different Junior Doctors Awards ceremony this year. Whilst coronavirus has completely changed the way we work, and whilst it means that we're unable to get together and celebrate the achievements and the hard work of our junior doctors this year, we didn't want to do nothing. I'm really conscious and I'm really proud of the fantastic hard work and the efforts everyone has made to go above and beyond for their patients over this period. I really wanted to still celebrate and to acknowledge that fantastic effort from everybody, and this awards ceremony, I hope, goes a little way to do that. Despite the difficult times we've been through, I hope you'll all look back fondly on your time in Chesterfield. I think we've got a great hospital here, and I hope you think that too. I'd like to finish by thanking you all for all of your efforts and congratulating our winners this year. Congratulations, well done, thank you.
Hello, and as one of the committee members on the Trainee Rewards and Recognition Committee, it gives me very great pleasure this year to be able to read out the citations that have been submitted for all of our winners and runners-up. Our first category this year is for compassion, kindness and care, and our runner-up is Dr. Lucy Webb. Lucy's citation reads, "Lucy has been described as diligently going the extra mile to enable delivery of the urology service as part of the COVID response. Colleagues have said that her efforts kept the inpatient urology service going for the benefit of our patients and without the usual second registrar, and for much of the time with no other junior staff available to provide support. She is described as doing this diligently and always with a smile on her face. Lucy took the approach that she would deal with what she could within her competencies, and she was keen to protect at-risk colleagues where she could, but always seeking advice as necessary. Her colleagues have described that they felt humbled by her kindness and her willingness to put herself forward to support others in what were very difficult circumstances." So congratulations, Lucy. In the category of compassion, kindness and care, our winner is Dr. J.N. George. There were 5 lengthy nominations for J.N., which show that he has made a significant impression on his colleagues, including senior and junior medical and nursing staff, and it is clear that his approach to others makes him both well-liked and very widely respected. He has been described as follows by a number of colleagues. J.N. shows outstanding kindness and compassion to patients and colleagues alike. He is an amazing doctor who is always positive and shows great resilience during difficult times. J.N. has both exceptional medical and surgical knowledge and communicates clearly and with kindness when discussing treatment pathways for both staff and patients. He is an outstanding role model in terms of how he treats and talks to patients, and it is a pleasure to work with him. J.N. not only puts his patients and their families first, but also takes time to teach and to check in with colleagues. If he has to leave to undertake other duties, he always returns or gets in touch to make sure everything is okay. He goes the extra mile, is always approachable, thinks outside of the box, and is always looking for ways to make sure person-centred care is at the forefront of everything. He is a thoughtful clinician and a compassionate communicator who is able to adapt with skill to what is required in each situation. In summary, he was described as an amazing doctor, an absolute star, and truly an asset to the surgical team, and there are clearly hopes that he will return to CRH in the future. Thank you, J.N., for everything. Our next category of awards is for delivery of high quality care, and our runner-up is Hannah Henderson. Hannah has been described as follows by her colleagues. She's clinically very competent, organised and efficient, and beyond what we would usually see for her level of training. Hannah has worked above and beyond during every shift in paediatrics. She's extremely dedicated and always going the extra mile to help patients and colleagues alike. She's a true team player, covering shifts at the last minute during the COVID-19 crisis. as well as picking up some of the less desirable tasks on the ward. Hannah has also been instrumental in maintaining staff morale during what has been a stressful and testing time. She's a real credit to the profession and we wish to thank her. So thank you very much, Hannah. And our winner in the category of delivery of high quality care goes to Liam Highland. Liam has been described through a number of nominations as being nothing short of what I would describe as a fantastic F1 during his time on Manvers Ward. He has been described as follows by a number of colleagues. His contributions to working effectively within the multidisciplinary team has been refreshing. Liam respectfully acknowledges and listens to concerns, suggestions and opinions from others and works collaboratively to achieve the best outcome for the patients. He is hard-working and an outstanding team member. He also has amazing patience and is very friendly and caring to everyone he comes into contact with. Throughout Liam's placement, he's shown professionalism and interest in learning cardiac care. He's a fantastic team player, goes above and beyond to help staff and patients alike, and throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Liam has worked amazingly hard. He always shows compassion, empathy, and always with a smile on his face. The team will certainly miss him when he moves on, and the world needs more doctors like Liam. In summary, he's described as a truly great doctor, so thank you for your time at Chesterfield, Liam, and for everything you've done. Category 3 is for leadership and management, and our runner-up this year is Dr. Charlotte Hubert. Charlotte received a number of nominations for providing great leadership and also support during the COVID pandemic. Her colleagues describe her as follows. Charlie is one of the best doctors that I've ever worked with on both a clinical level and in terms of her abilities to manage the wider clinical team. Her junior colleagues are always grateful to be on shift with her as they know that they will be fully supported. Charlotte has knowledge and capability that reaches above and beyond her level as medical registrar. She's been at the forefront of the COVID rota discussions as well as being a great leader during this time. Being on shift with her has always been fun, allowing all the team to feel supported and engaged. She listens to concerns, communicates them well to the people who need to know, and everyone has really enjoyed working with her. So thank you very, very much, Charlotte. It's greatly appreciated. And our winner this year in the category of Leadership and Management, which is our Medical Directors Award, goes to Dr. Nick Weatherly. Nick received a huge number of nominations which highlighted his outstanding knowledge and qualities as a leader and how he is highly respected by consultants, junior doctors and other team members alike. They have described him as follows. Nick has been a fantastic leader and a great advocate through the times of difficulty on Markham Ward due to COVID-19, and he's become a highly valued member of our respiratory team. Nick has used his specialist knowledge to benefit patients with his exemplary work on the recovery trial, and his hard work and the guidance and support provided to the research team enabled us to get a significant number of patients enrolled into this study. He has risen to many challenges which are well above the level of his stage of training and has demonstrated without a doubt that he is a decisive decision maker whilst being inclusive and supportive of others. With COVID, he immediately amended his work timetable and flexed to help clinically, working at the level of a consultant decision maker on occasions. Nick has rewritten policies and protocols within the space of a day when needed due to changes in practice due to COVID, and as a department we're in a much better position due to his hard work than we would have been. The respiratory juniors all feel that Dr. Weatherly has been an outstanding example and mentor before, during and after the initial peak of coronavirus. He goes out of his way to make sure they are okay. He is supportive, approachable and takes the opportunity to teach new skills and build confidence and knowledge wherever possible. They say we find him really inspiring and encouraging to work with. We learn so much from him and have been very grateful to have had him as our registrar and then acting consultant. So a huge thanks from everyone to Nick Weatherly. And our runner-up is Dr. Veronica Stavro. The nominations for Veronica came from junior doctors who wish to acknowledge her as a trainer and role model, and for her support to a team who find her to be kind, helpful, patient and approachable at all times. This makes her a great leader. Julies have described how they've learnt a great deal from her, just from working alongside her sometimes on shift, due to the encouragement, support and training she has provided. They say she's a trooper, a true team player. It was lovely to see such nice things. Well done, Veronica. And our winner in the category of teaching and training this year is Amir Tavili. Amir has been commended by colleagues for his consistent and persistent attempts to encourage participation in an ED journal club. His work on the brief shop floor teaching sessions has also been recognised, and the ED team wish to show their thanks to Amir for all of his hard work and everything it took to make this happen, for his commitment to provision of education in a challenging environment. Thank you so much, Amir. Category 5 this year is contribution to team working, and our runner-up is Dr. Jack Baskerville. Jack is described as compassionate, supportive, approachable, accessible and friendly, giving care to patients above and beyond, as well as speaking up when others may feel unable to. The citations from midwives demonstrate that Jack is inclusive, treating all members of the team with equal respect and working to keep it functioning well. They have said, "I always feel valued and involved in his decision making and thought processes. He has a lovely manner with patients too." This is greatly appreciated by all, so thank you very much, Jack. And our winner this year in the category of contribution to team working is Matthew Currian. The nominations for Matthew came from administrative, nursing and medical staff, and showed clearly how he goes out of his way to help everyone, and how his approach to all colleagues makes them feel valued and very much part of the team. His colleagues describe him as a true diamond, a kind, caring and knowledgeable doctor who does his very best for patients and for team members, always with a smile on his face and to ensure the best outcome for all. Thank you so much, Matthew. Category 6 this year is for progress in placement, and our runner-up is Dr. Rebecca Norman. Her citation says, "Dr. Norman has made significant progress during her placement in critical care. She is extremely conscientious, hard-working, and has a keenness to learn and to perform well. She's very professional and has a good bedside manner. In her short time in anaesthesia and critical care, she's gained a lot of confidence in managing critically ill patients. She contributes meaningfully to ward rounds, is very efficient with tasks and ensures patient safety is not compromised at any time." Everyone's very grateful for your help, Rebecca, thank you. Our winner this year for progress in placement is Mando Sefen. Mando should be congratulated on his perseverance and hard work. He arrived after many years specialising in a single surgical specialty, and emergency medicine was a baptism of fire. But he put much hard work into refreshing his knowledge base, his history and examination skills, and he will leave emergency medicine with greater confidence to undertake his GP training. Your efforts there have been greatly appreciated. Well done, Mando. Our next category is the Trainer Award, and our runner-up this year is Lindsay Lewis. Lindsay was nominated by a trainee for the way she had supported her with kindness and patience, taking their individual needs into account and providing excellent pastoral care when needed. Thank you, Lindsay. The winner this year of the Trainer Award is Dr. Catherine Lendrum. The nominations for Catherine show that she is acknowledged as an excellent supervisor and trainer who role models what is best about providing clinical care for our patients. Her efforts in ED are greatly appreciated by the trainees, so thank you, Catherine. Our Trust Doctor Award runner-up this year is Dr. Susanna Jolly. Susanna was commended by colleagues for stepping up to support and undertake policy and guideline development for COVID response. Her efforts also included organising the EMU CDU Junior Doctor Rotas to ensure equal distribution and clarity in relation to people's roles for the day. She instigated twice daily handover meetings to ensure continuity of care for patients, and she was generally supportive to all junior doctors during the COVID crisis. Thank you for that, Susanna, that was greatly appreciated. The winner of our Trust Doctor Award is Dr. Ben Riley. Nominations for Ben show that his colleagues think it is a privilege to work with him, and a trainee from Surgical Specialties praised how he interacts with surgical specialties well and described him as my favourite medical registrar. It has also been noted that he goes the extra mile, and he ensured that trainees on the emergency COVID rota were supported when assigned to EMU. He was fully aware that they came from different specialties and training programmes and with different levels of experience and confidence. He was described as taking a kind, supportive approach, which was very reassuring for those working under difficult circumstances and not in their usual base specialties. Thank you for your efforts made, Ben. It was appreciated. The winner of our Guardian Award this year is Keziah Element. Kez has been nominated for being outstanding during the COVID crisis, liaising with junior doctors and management to try and facilitate better communication and team working. There was sometimes no precedent for some of the circumstances being faced, and during this challenging and stressful time, Kez stepped up to the daunting task of representing trainees, and she's described as being pragmatic, committed, dedicated and resourceful in her approach to ensuring voices were heard. We're really grateful for all of your help, Kezia. Thank you.